Hi, I'm Helen Birch, your trusted sex educator and sexual freedom coach. If you're new here, welcome. And if you have been with us before, thank you so much for tuning in again. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more insightful videos like this one. So in today's video, we are discussing ways to boost your hormones. Just to let you know that if you are struggling with your hormones and are feeling like you're not getting the relief that you deserve, then it could be time for you to take back control of your health and well-being. So you can join us for a free masterclass designed to help individuals like yourself who are seeking solutions, maybe with some sort of hormone issue, whether that could be testosterone or some other kind of hormone. So let's get into today's video. Is going to look at some natural methods to increase your hormone, and particularly the hormone of dopamine, the so-called happy hormone. So do you ever feel drained of energy or struggle to stay focused throughout the day? If so, then you might need to boost your dopamine levels, which is a neurotransmitter affecting mood and focus. Low dopamine levels can lead to imbalances in your life and contribute to conditions like depression and attention deficit disorder. Fortunately, there are several natural ways to increase your dopamine levels and promote motivation, productivity, happiness in your relationships. Reduce processed sugar intake. Consuming high amounts of processed sugar can lead to fluctuations in dopamine levels. Cutting down on processed sugar allows your body's dopamine production to normalize and reduce dependency on sugar from dopamine spikes. You should get familiar with that rush that you get after consuming a high amount of sugar. And this is a sugar rush. It's usually followed by a crash that leaves you feeling like rubbish. Similar to alcohol and other recreational drugs, sugar is a specific boost of dopamine affecting the pace at which your body normally produces it. But the good news is that eliminating sugar from your diet for a week or two allows your dopamine production to return to normal, and this will create more dopamine in your body. This will give us the dopamine responses that are no longer tied to sugar and instead are naturally produced. Experiencing physical touch. So interpersonal touch such as hugging or cuddling your pet has been shown to increase dopamine levels and promote overall well-being. There are studies that have shown that interpersonal touch can boost dopamine levels, whether that's someone pressing your back or whether it is snuggling up to a pet. This found that this interpersonal touch increases dopamine levels by 31%. It also has other benefits, including lowering cholesterol, increasing oxytocin levels by igniting that vagus nerve. So one thing that you can do if you've not got anyone around you and no pet to cuddle is just to give yourself the butterfly touch. So the butterfly touch is just holding your hands like this and just rubbing your arms up and down. And this will create the same effect as if someone is near you or if a pet is near you, and will cause your dopamine levels to spike. So just do this for a couple of minutes every time you need that little happiness boost. Increase magnesium intake. So magnesium is essential for optimal neurotransmitter activity, including dopamine production. Incorporating magnesium-rich foods like spinach, almonds, and dark chocolate into your diet or taking supplements can help boost dopamine levels. Magnesium is an essential mineral, irreplaceable in more than 300 biochemical reactions in the body, and it is required for optimal neurotransmitting activity. Studies have shown how much dopamine is boosted when you take magnesium, and also it has antidepressant effects. Unfortunately, many people do not have an adequate amount of this mineral. So if you have a poor diet full of processed foods, then you are likely to be deficient. Start by adding one of these things, such as spinach, almonds, dark chocolate, or even having an Epsom salt bubble bath will also increase your magnesium levels. Consume tyrosine-rich foods. So tyrosine is an amino acid that supports dopamine synthesis. Foods like avocados, bananas, soy products, eggs, and fish are rich sources of tyrosine and can help boost dopamine levels. Eat more foods which can help, as well as eating them as lots of a variety of these foods will naturally boost that dopamine. Through time, the amino acid tyrosine is beneficial. It can help ensure that you acquire the basic blocks needed for dopamine synthesis, dopamine making. And while it's a point to have a well-balanced diet, one that includes foods from all food groups, consuming tyrosine found in those protein-rich foods will also help boost dopamine production. So go ahead, have some avocados, bananas, some Himalayan salt, some beans, eggs, fish, lots and lots of choices for you. Engage in regular exercise. So exercise releases endorphins and serotonin and dopamine, which all promote that feeling of pleasure and happiness. Outdoor activities in particular provide you with that exposure to sunlight, which can increase dopamine levels even further and support the vitamin D production. So we all know that exercise improves our overall health and wellness, but it particularly boosts dopamines. And this dopamine, endorphin, and serotonin blend of neurotransmitters will instantly make you feel better. The best part is that it doesn't have to be sport, even though this activity does activate your brain reward sensor, providing an extra surge of pleasure and optimism. For even better results, do it outside. Exposure to that sunlight will also increase the dopamine levels, and you will also get that vitamin D increase, which will reduce and also regulate that dopamine regulation. Take probiotics. So gut health influences dopamine production, so maintaining a healthy balance of gut bacteria through probiotic supplements or fermented foods can positively impact dopamine levels. Because dopamine is a neurotransmitter, it's really easy to think that it is solely found in the brain. However, the gut is your second brain. It's just as important as your brain for controlling functions in the body. So having that healthy balance of gut bacteria will have a positive effect on the dopamine production. So you can do this through eating various foods, like we said before, but also having those foods that are gut healthy. Your gut is basically tied to your body's ability to produce dopamine levels. So it's really important to take good care of it overall, but especially so it can produce dopamine to its optimal level. Listen to music. Pleasurable music for you can stimulate dopamine release in the brain, enhancing mood and motivation. So creating a playlist of favourite songs can be a simple way to elevate dopamine levels during low mood. Listening to music that you enjoy produces dopamine in the brain and transmit that pleasure signal to the rest of your body. And the more pleasing the music is to you, the more dopamine is produced. So go ahead and make that playlist of some of your favourite tracks. Listen to it whenever you're feeling low or need motivation or are experiencing other symptoms that signal low dopamine levels. Set and achieve goals. So setting and completing tasks triggers dopamine release in the brain, reinforcing motivation and productivity. Breaking down large goals into smaller ones, smaller, more achievable tasks can also facilitate that dopamine response. So make a list of tasks and then complete them. Whenever you achieve a goal, regardless of how big or small, then your brain releases dopamine, which can easily boost the stress and also give you that motivation to tick off the next task. So jot down all the tasks that you need to finish before the end of the day, and then as you go through them, tick them off, and you'll trigger a release of dopamine in your brain. If you're working on a bigger project, you can break it down into several micro goals. Each task you complete will help your brain recognize that micro reward, and as a result will trigger a dopamine response. This can help through times when it seems that you're overwhelmed or overstimulated. Breaking down those tasks, giving them that excellent tick or that scribble off will give you that instant hit of dopamine and propel you forward onto the next task. Take cold showers. So cold showers have been found to significantly increase dopamine levels and provide various health benefits. Gradually incorporating cold water into your shower routine can improve tolerance over time. So, believe it or not, showering with water that's 14 degrees or 55 degrees Fahrenheit raises dopamine levels by 250%. So you don't need to start at such extreme lengths. You can start by finishing your next shower, having that nice warm shower, and then just ending it with 30 seconds of cooler water. See how it feels and gradually increase the amount of time and lowering the temperature. It can be a bit uncomfortable, but it's handy to keep those benefits in mind and just look forward to that dopamine boost when you step out of the shower. Meditation. So meditation has been linked to increased dopamine release and can help reduce stress and promote mental well-being. Meditation is a technique that calms the mind, and countless studies have shown its benefits on mental health. In fact, brain scan imaging studies confirm that patients increase dopamine release by 65%, and it's also been scientifically proven that it can boost other hormones and other chemicals by 50%. So if you want to be more productive and to boost your dopamine naturally, then try taking some time for meditation, self-reflection, or even doing some nice calming hypnosis. And I will leave a link for my hypnosis session somewhere in the box. Do something you enjoy. Have you ever noticed that you become hyper-focused on doing something the more passionate you are about it? So during this time, you actually enter a psychological state called flow or hypnosis, which is the state of your brain which produces a cascade of neurochemicals, including dopamine, serotonin, endorphins, anandamine, and these chemicals not only increase your enjoyment while you're doing the activity, but they also give you the motivation to continue to do it. Prioritize sleep. So adequate sleep is crucial for maintaining optimal dopamine levels and overall well-being. Establishing good sleep habits such as limiting screen time before bed and aiming for 7 hours of sleep per night can support dopamine production. Dopamine levels and the quality sleep you have are closely tied together. So you probably already know that a lack of sleep can have an effect on your mood and productivity. After a night of tossing and turning, you may feel cranky, unmotivated, often searching for that sugar to get that instant hit. A good night's sleep, on the other hand, will increase your dopamine production and give you the drive to tackle the tasks in the day ahead. So it's imperative to practice good sleep hygiene. And this includes keeping your room quiet, putting away any electronic devices, and aiming for at least 7 hours sleep each night. By incorporating these natural strategies into your lifestyle, you can effectively boost dopamine levels and other hormone levels and enhance your overall happiness, productivity, well-being and libido. So if you can't find the motivation to enjoy life to its fullest, know that you can train your dopamine response to help you out. Utilize your neurological processing system by engaging in activities that naturally enhance dopamine levels. When you start working with your body and natural processes, you'll find that you're much happier, healthier, more productive. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share with your friends so that we can keep making them together. And don't forget that I will add the link to the masterclass below In this class, you will gain invaluable insights from experts who understand the complexities of hormone issues and how this can affect your libido, discover practical strategies and holistic approaches to rebalancing your hormones naturally and reclaiming your life force. So don't let your hormones hold you back any longer. Reserve your spot by clicking on the link below. Don't miss out on this empowering opportunity to transform yourself and your life. So register now. I will see you there if you click that link. Thank you very much for watching. Take care for now. Bye bye.